So how is all of this impacting crypto prices? Those have already been under ridiculous pressure from all these macro worries we've had about inflation, energy prices, everything else. They've certainly seemed to have held up. One recent report actually shows the strongest crypto inflows this year coming in July. So let's talk to Annabelle Huang, managing partner of Amber Group, again about this. Annabelle, always great to chat to you and get your insights on what's happening in the markets. What's your take on these hacks? What's your take on the impact that they've potentially been having on the market? Do you think they're putting investors on edge at all?
Actually, I think we've seen the markets have been recovering quite a bit since maybe the initial, probably May and June news in the market. Of course, the price rally helps, I think, around the merge narrative and everything. So I think overall it was positive. Unfortunately, there have been a few hacks recently over just the last week, especially around Solana, because there were quite a number of users affected. And I think the community and all the developers really came together and investigated the issue. So I think initially we saw Solana dip quite a bit, but now it has mostly recovered and gained a bit of traction back. But I think that did expose some of the vulnerabilities around hot wallets and the key management there. And I think now that topic is very top of mind. In fact, we recently launched our custody business, including a mixture of cold, warm, and hot wallets options, and now we're getting a lot more inquiry around the cold storage options because of the recent events.
Is macro news then still the big mover as far as crypto is concerned, or are you seeing more evidence of industry-specific stories like the hacking moving the needle for investors? The Coinbase deal, another one, this partnership with BlackRock to bring more institutional investors into crypto, does look like something that would normally have a really big impact on prices, right?
I think over the medium to longer term, it's still going to be very macro driven. We might have some intraday movements on the back of some of these positive or negative news coming out in the market. The Coinbase news is definitely a big one in the institutional space. But in fact, we haven't seen, I would say, maybe compared to 3-4 years ago, news like this would definitely move the market quite a bit. But I think now, first of all, people are not surprised that crypto is going more mainstream or going more institutional, so that's a good sign. I think investors are a lot more sophisticated. They're looking at a lot more factors than just the crypto ones. To your point, is still going to be very, very macro and sort of geopolitical driven.
All right, so let's talk about the inflow of money into crypto in July. I mentioned that. What is that telling you? What is the story of money in crypto right now as far as you're concerned?
I would say a lot of it sort of within the spot market, some of the buying flows we're seeing within the options market. People generally want to own some upside from here, maybe some longer term upside opportunities from today, as well as the net AUM inflows that we've seen just on our own platform, and I'm sure on some other platforms as well. I think shows a sign that the general sentiment and confidence are coming back a bit in the market, but I would say still a lot of investors out there are being cautious, sitting on the sidelines, mostly in cash, which gives, I think, us a bit of runway when things do start to look a bit better, especially from a macro perspective.
All right, thanks again for that, Annabelle. That was Annabelle Huang from Amber Group.